Hello everyone, welcome back to Real Life. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today's episode is another Keith McCall reel, capturing Coast Salish weaving somewhere on Vancouver Island in 1974. I'm afraid there are few notes or details to this film as it lacked a soundtrack and was likely narrated live at showings. Salish First Nations weaving is a rich cultural tradition, particularly known for the creation of blankets, robes, and other textiles using wool. According to oral traditions, blankets have been used for ceremonial purposes since the beginning of time. Salish blankets identified the wearer as being a civic and religious leader in the community. Honored individuals would be adorned with a blanket to distinguish them, or they would sit or stand upon their blankets to raise them in accordance with their honored status. Blankets also represented an individual's wealth and were often given away to members of the community or even other villages to show prosperity. Because of their high value, blankets were also used as a currency for which other goods could be purchased or bartered. Wool weaving is deeply intertwined with the fabric of Coast Salish society, dating back to time immemorial. Before the arrival of European settlers, the Coast Salish people primarily used local sourced materials to weave with. There were few animals on Vancouver Island whose fur was suitable for spinning. Mountain goat wool, sourced from the mainland and traded, was highly prized. The arrival of European settlers brought significant changes to Coast Salish weaving practices. With European colonists introduced, they provided a new source of wool. Coast Salish weavers quickly adapted to this change in materials, incorporating sheep's wool into their traditional weaving techniques. However, colonization and resulting decimation of indigenous culture resulted in a loss of not only the traditional techniques of wool spinning and weaving, but more importantly, many of the vital teachings around weaving. The art was very nearly lost to history. However, in the late 20th century, there was a resurgence of interest in weaving in Coast Salish communities, led by individuals who began to share their knowledge across nations, both in Canada and the United States. This revival saw a renewed commitment to preserving and revitalizing traditional weaving techniques, as well as expanding the art form into new creative directions. Keith McCall was there to help capture the interest and preserve it on film. Women oversaw making the blankets. Young girls were trained by their grandmothers as early as 10 years of age. Weaving blankets required serious commitment and could take long periods of time to complete. Additionally, they were often associated with spiritual tasks or rituals such as abstinence. Coast Salish women have been the primary weavers, passing down their knowledge and techniques through generations. Today, their beautiful woolen textiles stand as a living testament to the enduring spirit of the Coast Salish people and their commitment to preserving their cultural heritage for generations to come. There are vital clues in this footage that may help give it more detail. The people may be recognized, and some of the buildings in the background, notably the large brick building and the structure with the faded Salish Indian Arts and Crafts sign, may be identified. This could possibly be somewhere near Campbell River. It is a pleasure and an honor to share this film with you. Enjoy.